Good morning. Uh, do you remember when I talked to you guys about how we have this fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Probably last year, perhaps even the year before. Well, I want you to make sure that you understand where you're at on that spectrum and whether or not you've changed from having a fixed mindset or a growth mindset and in what areas you've changed. So here's a really quick self-assessment. As you're listening to this, answer true or false to each of these questions. And I want you to write down a list of numbers 1 through 10 so that you can put a T or an F after them. All right, here we go. If I have to work hard at something, it means that I am not smart. Is that true or false? That's number 1. Number 2, I like to try things that are hard. Is that true or false? Number 3, when I make a mistake, I get embarrassed. True or false? Number 4, I like to be told I am smart. True or false? Number 5, I usually quit when something gets difficult or frustrating. True or false? 6, I don't mind making mistakes. They help me learn. True or false? 7, there are some things I'll never be good at. True or false? 8, anyone can learn something if they work hard at it. True or false? 9, people are born stupid, average, or smart and can't change it. True or false? And 10, doing my best makes me proud even if it's not perfect. True or false? Now, how many of the odd number statements did you think were true? Write that number down. How many of the even numbered statements did you think were true? And write that number down. So the odd number statements are the characteristics of a fixed mindset, and the even number statements are characteristics of a growth mindset. So based on those results, do you have a fixed mindset, a growth mindset, or a mixture of the two? Question mark. Pardon me. If you lean towards a fixed mindset, I want you to stop and think about what it is exactly that is preventing you from feeling like you can grow and learn in my classroom. Now, I understand that everybody has either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset about a lot of different things because we choose to be that way. I personally have a fixed mindset about exercise, and I know I've talked to you guys about this before. So I really have to fight my own fixed mindset about exercise and get myself out there and actually do what I need to do. So I start small and I start just walking. And once I get comfortable with walking, then I move on to jogging. And then when I get comfortable with jogging, I do a little running. And sometimes I fall back into the jogging stage, and then sometimes I actually go back to the walking stage. I do try to set myself a goal of getting at least 10,000 steps a day. And some days I get it, and some days I don't. So I keep it on my calendar. I keep a list. I actually make a little mark of the days that I got my 10,000 steps and the days that I didn't. I used to have a little marker that had a little foot stamp on it, and I would stamp a foot onto my calendar to show that I had gotten that accomplishment, I should say. So when it comes to art, I want you to think about what is the most important thing for you to accomplish right now. For you girls, it's to come up with ideas for projects and to create those projects. In order to do that, you've got to think of the projects and you've got to think of the ideas. Now, hopefully, you've done your mind maps and you have either made a copy of them and posted them to Classroom or provided me with a link so that I could actually go look at them. And hopefully, you've figured out what your aesthetic sensibilities are from the papers that I had you fill out last week. So with that knowledge, knowing that you have this aesthetic sense about you, hopefully that helped to define a little bit more about who you are and what you like and what you're interested in. And with the knowledge of the mind map and knowing where you want to go, pick a starting point and just start. If you feel like you just need to start exploring with materials first, start exploring with materials. If you feel like you've got a great idea and you want to get working on that idea, get working on that idea. If you have lots of tiny ideas and you want to do a lot of tiny little works, do a lot of tiny little works, but keep working. And what I would like to see you do is I would like to see you post your idea of what you're working on for this week. And if you could post that by Wednesday, that would be very, very helpful. I'm hoping to be back by next Monday. It's very possible that I won't be back until the following Monday. So with that said, thank you for working very hard while you're in my classroom. And thank you for thinking about art all the time. And know that I am thinking about you all the time too.